Hey there, guys! What is going on? Shalalapi here, playing some more Creativerse, episode 62 of our fantastic Creativerse world that we've all built together and is super lovely and awesome. And, yeah, what's going on? Just chilling like a villain. And that's kind of, somebody's death statues here. This was completely Isaac's death statues here. I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it. I'm sorry, Isaac. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yes, welcome back. I completely forget what I was saying. Right, today I feel a bit like a villain because... Yes, somebody is building here. Interesting. Interesting. Can't remember. Somebody messaged me asking if they could build something in one of these corners, and I said yes. Whoop. Enough. Mob spawner, community farm. This is a really awesome. I really love this, but yeah, it probably should be somewhere in there. But we'll figure that out. Sorry, I just got distracted. Anyway, what's going on? Today, I feel like a bit of a villain because I want to share with you guys what I am going to be building in my Cave City place, which I think I'm over here. I still have to decorate up my portal, but yes, my Cave City location, 203 people. This is insanity. We're basically a small village at this point. Shotgun Mayor. Yes. No, wait. Mayor's too much response. Shotgun Sheriff. Now I can shoot people. Yes, I don't remember what I was saying. I'm kind of a villain today. Because there's been something I have long been a critic of. I'm a villain and a hypocrite, I suppose would be a fair way to start. There's long been something that I have been a hypocrite of, a critic of, a vast believer that all of these things should be wiped off the face of the earth. And I'm sure if you're a longtime viewer, a lot of things spring to mind. I'm very outspoken about things I dislike. You're probably thinking, cats. Cats or something. I don't mind cats. You know, I know I've come out strong against cats in the past, but the reality is cats are fine. They're fine. They're just not dogs. And anyone who tries to say they are equal or better than dogs is a fool. And that is what I rally against when it comes to cats. But anyway... There's obviously one thing that I think I've been more outspoken about than anything else. No, that's not a fair way to phrase it. I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys a prime example of this thing that I hate, and then you guys can be like, oh, that's what he meant. This was a lot of drama and blabbering to get to this point, but yeah, you do hate those, and I can't believe you're going to build one, and I hate you for it. So, that's right. I'm talking about mazes. Mazes are God's way of punishing humans for having cats. No, that's what a weird thing to say. Anyway, this sword looks really cool. Yes, mazes, mazes for a guided path. Look at that. Look at that guided path. What a Did I just get teleported? What's happening here? What's happening here? Anyway, yes, mazes are off. Oh, look at the animation. That's really cool. It's sort of almost like a rainbow. Yes, animation. Animation. Mazes are awful. They're terrible. They're stupid. I hate them. There was a period of time where everyone was making them. This is actually a pretty good adventure. I don't want to knock the person who made this adventure. I don't remember who it is, but it's really good. There's a lot of good mazes, but our maze is going to be a little bit different. And, yeah, I don't think I needed this visual example to say the word maze. It felt like a good time to use an adventure, so... Remember adventures? So, typically, we're over at Spawn because it's gorgeous. And, you know, it felt nice to be not underground for a minute, you know? Get some fresh air, breathe in the lungs. Anyway, Yeah, a typical maze. You wander around hitting walls, you're bumping your shoulders, and you're just going slowly crazy because there's not really any talent or skill involved with a maze, and mine will continue that trend. There's not going to be any talent or skill involved with it, but I do love to punish people with annoying things. So, we're going to do something I think a little bit more interesting because honestly, building a maze is kind of boring. It's kind of boring. I don't really want to do it. It's just one of those things where I feel like I have a cooler idea, which is we're going to make a maze that's sort of three-dimensional. So what I mean by that is we're going to have a maze where there's going to be options to go up, there's going to be options to go flat, there's going to be options to go down, there's going to be sort of a multi-layered approach. I'm trying to get like an example up. So when you come to a crossroad, as opposed to it being, you know, go left or go right, it'll be go straight, go up, maybe go down, and each one will have its own sort of thing. I don't know. There's going to be a few different textures I want to use. If you guys remember the room I'm talking about for this, we don't have a ton of space, which is why I kind of want to make it three-dimensional, because otherwise it's a very small maze. I don't think it's going to be super difficult, but I also think it's just a little bit of a variation on a very normal idea. We can also utilize some game mechanics, I think, perhaps. We have some interesting ones with stuff like ladders. Yeah, what's the... I don't remember what the medieval chain thing is called. Medieval chain thing. Medieval chain. Wow. Oh, okay. From what I remember, this has some cool properties that we can use. Yeah, I think you can sort of walk along it. Can you? Yeah, you can sort of walk along it. It's a little bit weird and iffy, but you can walk along it. So that's sort of what I'm thinking. And it's sort of villainous of me to do something that I know if somebody made this as an adventure and I went into it, I would absolutely despise. But I think I'm going to add a little bit of a layer of, I don't know if skill is the right word. What is this glitch that I'm getting? I don't know if skill is the right word that I'm going to add. I want to add a little bit of a twist to it where there's a little bit more than just a maze. It's sort of more of a puzzle to solve than it is a maze. So, without going into too much more further details than that, that's what I'm thinking. The other thing I wanted to see was... Yes. Okay. What? Sorry, that was just... I was testing because if you have it at too tall, which is the jump height, then this would... Like, you can't walk underneath that. But now that I can see that you can walk along slabs, that means we can have, you know, layers on layers and layers because we can get rid of these blocks so you can walk underneath the slabs, which is pretty cool. The other thing that you guys probably may have surmised already, as I'm just going to take down this crude exhibit, is that I want to make most of this, the main block of this build is actually going to be coal, which I think could be an interesting visual. I'm hoping it turns out cool. I actually don't know how it will look. If it doesn't look great, we can always change it. But yeah, I think coal will be kind of interesting. It'll be annoying to build with. I will end up with way too much coal, but yeah, I think coal is just such a cool texture that I kind of want to play with it. Anyway, that's my plan. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. I'm going to get building. I don't have a ton of time to build it today. I'm probably going to build almost all of it off camera because it's going to be probably pretty boring to build, and I don't want to spoil the puzzle parts of it. As I've mentioned before, I want you guys to be able to play this with, you know, maybe a week or two after I finish this whole project, I can walk through it and talk about it. I'm going to remove these. People keep stealing the beeswax off of it. Originally, it was a little farm. Anyway, we have to work at spawn at some point, but back to this terrifyingly annoying project that people may or may not despise. Actually, this does give me an opportunity. Cave City, yeah. There's a few... Whoa. There's a few new... I'm sorry, I can't remember. Somebody has been going on and making alternate accounts on Steam so that we can rename some of these touchstones is the word I'm looking for. So that's really cool. We got a one for the Teleporter Hub. We've one for Cave City, Creativerse Fight Club. So if you guys are looking to get around the server real quick, those are right at the top, which is fantastic. You know, this is going to be a giant pain. It is it is kind of annoying to place so many. This is basically what I have to do. I fight off these guys who are just rascals glitching through blocks. I place some. Wait for it to spread a little bit. You know, I place a little bit more. We can maybe hit both of these with one bomb. You have to throw these bombs, which sometimes go and sometimes don't. And the more annoying part, which I don't really want to show because I don't want to waste these freeze bombs because they're kind of a pain to get, is that they have this weird arc. So if you throw one straight up and it doesn't hit anything, it'll just come back down and land at your feet. It's kind of frustrating. Why is there water? I don't know. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing. Was that because of the torch? I have no idea. I have no idea if that was because of the torch. We're gonna put this one right here and see if it does anything. That would be an annoying complication. Anyways, yes, this is what I have to do a lot of. I'm also going to mix in the asphalt blocks. I think that's another block that would fit in nicely. It's just kind of a black block with not much texture. If I remember correctly, we can also... I believe we have slabs for that block. You know, I wasn't having terrible lag until I started recording. They're not on the same computer either, which makes it kind of more terrifying. Asphalt, yes. Yeah, okay, cool. So we might use these. Maybe some slopes as well. Probably never use columns. Yeah, we'll probably use asphalt then, maybe for the second floor, the third floor, whatever floors. But yeah, I want to mix in some of the kind of cool textures that we have in this area. Because, you know, it's not often we get to build in the corruption. It's also not often I can use sort of some of these palettes that I probably wouldn't otherwise use. So I definitely want to include this diamond glass back here. I want to include the Lumite. Maybe some of the corrupted water. I'm not really sure about that one. But there's just a few textures... stuff like the diamond glass I just never use, so I kind of want to have that involved somehow. Yeah, I really need to go get more tourmaline. I'd like to use all three of these colors. But yeah, it's going to be trying to fill this place up a little bit, and then I think designing the maze. But you can see it's already kind of interesting. I also was, I was listening back, thinking about what I said, and I was like, wow, I really set it up to make a parkour place. I mean, I really, really loathe parkour. And I really set it up like it was going to be parkour, and then it wasn't. So I apologize for being misleading. But anyway, yeah, that's sort of the plan for the next little bit here. It should be... Honestly, it's not too hard to build. It's more just annoying. So... I don't know what lessons will be taught in here, but I'm sure they're excellent, because this is a top-rated corruption school down here. Don't want to brag, but among the best in all of the Creativerse world. Yeah, this place is coming together. I decided to try and bring in a few more blocks. You can see I've been working on the roof, making it kind of a little bit darker. I put some cables down here, a little bit of lighting. This place... works best in the dark, though. In the dark, I don't know how well it's showing up on YouTube, but it looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. The thing I like most about it is, one, the coal looks fantastic. It just is top notch. Also, just sort of mixing in the coal with the asphalt when it's dark. The asphalt just basically is nothing. It's just black. It's sort of just there. Whereas the coal definitely has this shine. So I think I like that a lot. I love this room. We're going to keep the lighting to an absolute minimal. Stuff like this to sort of accent pieces. But then when you come like to a place like this, you just get these amazing accents of like the lubite nodes, the diamond glass. It's going to be a really cool place, I think, because we're going to be able to play a lot with not really lighting, but with like accents, because stuff stands out so much in a room like this that you can really play with like using weird blocks and weird colors, and I think that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be sort of a follow the colors or something. But yeah, I think it looks really good. I did just want to show sort of, like, look how much that stands out in this place. So we're definitely going to use those to our advantage. I really love the look of it, though. It's going to take quite a while to place all this coal. This took about 25 minutes. I think it looks really great, though, so I'm really happy with that. It's going to be very dark, but I think that'll be kind of neat. It's sort of different. It's not really too much like anything I've tried personally in Creativerse. I've played a lot of adventures. I might have played the most adventures. Maybe. I don't know. I think I've played them all. Every single one that's ever been... No. I did play a lot, though, and I don't really remember anyone doing anything quite like that, so I'm really excited about it. Anyways, that's about it for me today. I apologize. I kind of ran out of time. I sort of got lost, and then my power went out briefly. We've been having really big thunderstorms up in the northeast of North America here, sweeping through Toronto, New York. We've been having massive rainstorms, massive thunderstorms. It's been pretty something. Add on top of that they're currently working on the power lines in my neighborhood, and well, power is a strange scarcity in my house these days. Not really. Just gone out a few times randomly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. All that jazz. I don't know why I came out into the woods to say this. But it's a pretty view. It's a pretty view. We got pretty trees. We got a pretty build over there. It's all pretty. It's all pretty. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. All that jazz. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.